What is going on, guys? It's your boy InfiniteNero back with another top 5 video, and in this one I'm going to be going over my personal top 5 favorite characters in COD Zombies history. This is my own opinion, so don't get triggered. Also guys, I'm going to be putting playable characters on this list, so no Maxis, Dr. Schuster, Angelina Bow, etc. Anyway guys, if you could like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell icon to get notified when I stream or upload, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks guys.
The future is not a gift. It is an achievement.
You want me to break some shit? Hell, that's gonna happen anyway.
Coming in at my number 5 spot, we actually have a tie between the JFK and Danny Trejo. The reason why it's a tie is because they both have some unique quotes, and also the cutscenes that they are in make them seem like a badass. The JFK has a meeting with the other presidents and prime ministers, and they waffle about the Cuban Missile Crisis. In the cutscenes, he has some unique inspirational quotes and just generally seems like a badass. And in Call of the Dead, I just put Danny Trejo here because he's my favorite of the four. I don't know why, but he just seems like a real badass as well. But the reason why they are in my number 5 spot is because they have some influence on the story, but not as much as other characters.
Sure, they want your skills, your expertise, but only on their terms. They don't care what else you have to offer, how different you could be. If only they noticed you.
Coming in at my number 4 spot, it's Al Arlington, aka The Weasel. He is such a badass. He devises a plan to escape the prison with a plane, but then they fail. He comes up with a plan called Lights Out, where the other three are talking to a god, and the Weasel is doing this song and dance routine, and all shit goes to hell. But they go to Purgatory and kill the Weasel on the rooftop.
Armed only with makeshift weapons, Finn O'Leary, Sal DeLuca, and Billy Handsome lured the unsuspecting Arlington to the roof, where they intended to exact a bloody and violent revenge. And so it was here, beneath the dark and stormy winter skies, that the hapless Arlington met his grisly end, bleeding to death on the cold concrete roof.
He is definitely the character that stands out of the four, there's no doubt about that. But he has some sad quotes, and he talks about his regrets and being a thief. And some of his quotes are very heart-touching quotes. Of course I can't show you all of his quotes, but I'll play one.
Rejection hurts, but it's not the worst thing, is it, Albert? What really hurts is to be ignored. You know how that feels better than anyone, don't you?
And also as a bonus, he helps the Primus characters escape the prison cells as well as the other characters. But Al comes in at my number 4 spot.
What does Dempsey say in these? Hey, meat sacks, watch out because I'm gonna be killing you.
Coming in at my number 4 spot is Ultimus Dr. Edward Richtofen. He's a funny Nazi German who's a lunatic. He's the most significant character in the zombie storyline. He has some long ass story, but basically, in a nutshell, he traps Samantha and Maxis in a teleporter. Maxis gets sent to the crazy place. Samantha gets trapped in the MPD on Moon. Then Richtofen goes to the Moon, takes over Samantha's body and controls the zombies. Then in anger, Maxis blows up the Moon. Then they have a fight between the characters and to make them pile on the pylons. Really cool stuff. He creates a bunch of wonder weapons. He's in Samuel Stuhlinger's head and he's trying to make Victus work for him and to pile on the pylons in Transit, Diarise, and Buried, which isn't what actually happens, but happens in alternate universes. We also see him in Black Ops 4 Zombie Fight and helps Victus to create the Agarthan device. Oh, and did I mention, he also worked for the Illuminati. And built a lab underneath Alcatraz. He got obsessed with the MPD when he got sent to the moon with the first teleportation ever. And then he hears the Shadowman's voice in his head, and that's another whole thing. There's too much story. I can't be bothered to go on. But he has some funny quotes, and Richtofen comes in at my number 3 spot.
Hell hath no fury like Takio with a ray gun.
Coming in at my number 2 spot is Takeo Masaki. Previously, I've been talking about badass. Oh, no. By badass, I actually mean Takeo, a Japanese samurai warrior who fights on the right path for the greater good. Most people like him least out of the 4 main characters, Primus, but I absolutely love Tak. I mean, just look at this clip and tell me he's an absolute beast.
shepherd of fire. Well, I can promise you paradise. No need to serve on your knees. And when you're lost in the darkest of hours, take a moment and tell me who you see. Won't tell you who's not to be. Now you know I am your pride, agent of will, bearer of needs.
We as the player feel sorrow for him in Zespon when he finds out the Emperor betrayed him, but Takeo was not a little he takes it on and straight away he says there are other things in motion, he needs to make other things right. In the Memories trailer, he sees himself as a child, remembering his lovely and unique childhood when he fought in wars. I would say that Takeo is the most stereotypical Japanese warrior who wants to bring their family honor and a name. Personally, he's my favorite character from Premise, and Takeo comes in at my number 2 spot. Before we get into the number 1 spot, I wanted to add some honorable mentions.
I fucking hate the Atlas Corporation.
The first honorable mention is Oz from Advanced Warfare Exo Zombies. I wanted to put Oz on this list because he's so awesome and his background was unique. He was a cleaner and was the infection. He was killed by Sentinel and turns literally into a zombie that wrecks everyone's shit. And also, he had the first boss fight in Zombies.
This isn't magic. Ah, it's voodoo!
Willard Wyler. As well as Oz, I wanted to put Willard Wyler on this list because he also has a unique background. He was the movie creator of all the DLC packs and controlled everything. And then after he was defeated, he was thrown into his own movies. But then the characters realized it was a mistake. And also, when you complete the super Easter egg, you get 25,000 points when you spawn in. And personally, I think that's one of the best rewards an Easter egg has ever given till this date.
I wouldn't spend cash on that box even if I wasn't broke.
And the last person I wanted to put on this honorable mention list is Sam Stu. Stuhlinger is yet another big storyline character. Just like Takeo, he tries to do everything to make things right. He even goes as far as to listening to the crazy Richtofen in his head. And you feel sympathy in the tag cutscene as he tells his friends, everything's gonna be okay. But then all of a sudden, bam, they get sent to the Dark Ether.
Alakazam!
Coming in on my number 1 spot, I have Nero Blackstone, aka the worst magician of the year. It might have been a bit obvious, as you can tell by my YouTube channel name, it's InfiniteNero. That's how much I like him. This spot is like Al Arlington's spot. When you listen to his quotes in depth, you actually begin to like the character more. And also, he knows some stuff about the Shadow Man and the Apothicons, as he has a book in his lair and remembers reading it. Also, his one-to-one character quotes between each other is so interesting and unique. I don't know, I just have this feeling with Nero. I honestly don't know why I love this character so much. But anyways, he comes in at my number 1 spot. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. I'm trying to upload videos every other day. So if you could please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload a live stream, I'd really appreciate it. Have a good one, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.